Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Apologies about that interruption, but we are back with you for the continuation of Group B. Well, I said it was a long-awaited debut for Craig Galliano. I don't think anybody expected that it was going to be this long-awaited, the first ever Gibraltarian to make it onto the stage here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. He takes on Timothy Verbrew, the Belgian. He was ultra impressive in Group A. Finished second, was the closest challenger to Jim McEwen in terms of lifting that particular title. But here we go, a bit of history for Gibraltar. Their first ever player on the Modus Super Series stage, and it is Craig Galliano who has got the honour of throwing the first dart for the nation from the rock. Now, we forgive you if you 100. Remember what happened in our first game of the evening. It saw John Worsley get the better of Scott Taylor by 4 legs to 1. So, Matthew Edgar 59. Alongside me in commentary. I just want to get a player's perspective here because it's not often do we see long breaks in matches. What would you be doing right now? Because the players have just been kind of keeping themselves in swing, practicing, etc., etc.
Well, for Timothy Verbrew, he never really gives too much away, does he? And he'd have been experienced enough with what he's had for the last couple of times. But Craig Galliano, very new to situation here. This is 262 points for Timothy Verbrew, so we may see him move away from the treble 20.
140.
In fact, no, he doesn't. Maybe he can't see the scoreboard either. 245 for Craig Galliano.
Yeah, I do apologise about the temporary loss.
82.
That 82 leaves Galliano 163. Verbrew first go at the 122. Treble 18 will leave himself the bullseye. Unable to do so on this occasion. Galliano leaving 42. Himself on a bogey on 163. Verbrew left on 80 to take out this first leg against the throw.
Yeah, all the setup play here for Galliano from the 163. Leaves it handy, just a treble away, but it's 80 for Verbrew. Tops. The opening leg just comes a little short. 1 treble required for Craig Galliano. He's opting to stay on the treble 20. Not going to find. 69 required.
54.
Handy on 50.
20.
And so double 10, as you can see on the scoreboard there, for Timothy Verbrew to take out the first leg. That is also a breaker throw for the Belgian. And so he leads by a leg to 0 in this contest and will now have the darts in leg 2 to try and extend that lead. We do apologise for the loss of the score, but we'll keep you up to date score by score, leg by leg, myself and Matthew Edgar in the commentary box.
60.
Reminder, Timothy Verbrew taking the opening leg with a breaker throw over Craig Galliano.
97.
That 97 leaves Verbrew on 307. Galliano 441. Remember, is Timothy with the darts in this second leg.
97.
Big treble of this leg. Galliano leaves on 344. Verbrew 307. Tom 40 leaves himself on a finish.
43.
I mean, we've been impressed with Verbrew throughout his Group A campaign, and we're impressed again here in how he's kept this focus going this entire time. And for Craig Galliano, he would have thought this game would have been happening quite some time ago. That ton does edge him ahead, 244. Against the 264 of Verbrew, so he should 95. Be moving away with that last dart. I can guarantee you Verbrew can see the scoreboard, as you just saw on your screen there. That's the one that the players get to see.
60.
It was just a missed opportunity to switch. 169 for Verbrew.
59.
Gets himself first down to a finish. Galliano with work to do, 184.
Triple leaves himself on a 2-darter to try and break back. But Verbrew 110 to take out this second leg to hold the throw and open up a 2-0 lead. He's unable to finish from here. And 54. So Galliano, 84 required to level this match up at 1 apiece. With Verbrew sat fair on 56. He's going to get 2 darts in his hand at double 12, and that's a wild one. And so Verbrew will be back for the 56 to open up a 2-0 lead.
2 darts at tops for 2 legs on the board.
Game shot on the
And
second
it is.
leg.
He doubles his
Timothy
lead,
Lebreu.
2-0 to Timothy Verbrew.
Third leg, Craig to throw first. Game on.
You can sort of forgive Galliano for a little bit of a edgy play here. He did play very well, didn't he, last week in the World Cup of Darts when he was representing his home nation, Gibraltar.
100.
And he does kick off the leg a little bit more like we saw in that big event a week ago.
96.
So, after the first throws, Galliano 401, Verbrew 405.
58.
In terms of the averages in this game, as you see the scoreboard there, Verbrew averaging 86.35, 2 from 4 on the finishing. Galliano averaging below the 80
59.
mark right now.
So this is a very big, important leg of darts for Galliano. Already 2-0 down, got the advantage of throw
96.
in this leg. Getting closer to the finish there, leaving himself on 247. Verbrew can't leave a finish here, even with a
58.
maximum. And Galliano, for the first time, has a little bit of breathing room on the scoreboard.
247 plays
58.
288. That's now 189 plays 288. So a couple of troubles here for Timothy, and he could be in a good position to get the double breaker throw.
76.
Oh, the Asset 150 in the chat makes a very good point. A lot of people always tell me how to improve your marking. Get your pen and paper out. Play along, guys.
100.
Mark the board. If you've got Galliano 189, you are correct. If you've got Verbrew, looking at 212, you are
60.
correct.
Craig, your car 89.
Well, you was.
He wants 89 now, Craig Galliano. This is for his first leg on the Super Series stage. Double 16 to accrue it.
57.
And that is now
Timothy
3
Lebreu,
missed darts that are double in this
152.
match. And Verbrew wants 152.
So Galliano, 32.
60. Craig, your car 32.
Verbrew back on 92. 3 darts in hand for Galliano to get his first leg in the Super
Game shot on
Series
the third leg.
stage.
Craig Galliano.
And he's up and running here at the
Fourth leg,
Super
Timothy Lebreu
Series.
first. Game on.
I think if you'd have said before you're throwing a dart that you'd be winning your first leg at 20 past 12, he'd have probably been a lot more disappointed than he is right now.
139.
139 leaves him on 362. Craig Galliano has actually forfeited a holiday in Portugal to play at the
60.
Super Series this week. Porto or Portsmouth, take your pick.
Well, we'll see what his pick was. He's chose to be here at Portsmouth in the
60.
Super Series. Timothy Verbrew, 3 darts right on the top wire there. Well thrown darts, very little reward.
59.
And so after a couple of scores respectively, Verbrew comes back to the odd key. 302 compared to the 382 of Galliano. The Belgian with a 2-1 lead in hand.
98.
And that 98 will leave him on 204 and should set himself up quite handily with his next turn. Galliano can only try and score and just try and keep on the coattails. That 140 puts him on 242, but Verbrew 6 on 204.
Just puts him back into the leg, keeps him interested. Gives him the opportunity.
100.
But a big last dart there, as you can see. Verbrew now in striking range. Galliano needs to find a response. Needs to find that red.
45. Timothy
It's
Lebreu,
big advantage
104.
now to Verbrew. 6 darts and 104 to be a leg away from the win.
56.
He's left himself on 48 after that turn. Galliano's back on 197. Verbrew is back
93.
for 48.
Timothy
16 or
Lebreu,
8.
48.
16 leaves double 16 for a 3-1 lead. Double 8.
No
Burst of score. Galliano's back for 104.
104.
He was 2-0 down. He could square it up at 2 apiece.
Oh, he's going to get a shot. It's going to be at tops.
84.
Was for an
Timothy
unlikely
Lebreu,
breaker throw
48.
in the middle part of that leg. Timothy Babrew, miles clear, gets another opportunity now. 2 more darts at double 16, and he gets the job done. He's a leg away from the match. Score 3-1 in the favour of Timothy Babrew.
Through first. Game on.
And so Craig throwing to stay in the encounter here. Is it fair to give Craig a free pass just because of everything that's
41.
happened?
I wouldn't even just single out Craig. I'd be saying that for all the players. Something that is a very unusual and likely situation that they probably don't have
59.
to deal with, and maybe will never have to deal with ever again. Certainly, we hope so. Here, in regards to the Super Series, completely
100.
out of our control. What has happened? All the players, got to be said, dealt with the situation very well. They all was very much of that attitude that, well, there's nothing we can do to fix the situation. But fixing the situation in terms of the table could be happening here for Babrew, because he's 58 points ahead. As we
59.
welcome back the scoreboard.
Had to break out the football radio commentary there, Matt. Yeah, apologies for the slight disruptions.
100.
Couple of technical issues, I suppose. When the computer says no, the computer says no, doesn't it?
I've never been so happy to see a few numbers appear on the screen before. I'm sure we're going to appease the chat as well. There you go, guys. The scoreboard is back. We're up and running. The Super Series is back.
145.
And Timothy Babrew, it's almost like he don't want to be up there much longer. He's 57 points away from joining Jonathan Worsley
100.
on 2 points.
To the car, 57.
Well, this hasn't taken long, has it? Tops a 4-1 win.
Game show
Tops is found for a 4-1 win for Timothy Babrew. Well, it was a strange debut, wasn't it, for Craig Galliano, the Gibraltarian. This one he's definitely not going to forget. Timothy Babrew, a 4-1 victor. That the tail of the tape from that. That's not the tail of the tape. We're going to take a break. Noah Lynn against John Worsley's next. Super Series before the
First
break.
leg,
Tiffany
Noel
Verbrew
into
beat
first.
Craig Galliardo by 4 legs to 1.
Game
And
on.
so, time for another debut on the Super Series stage. The debut of Noeline van Leuven, the Challenge Tour winner in 2024. And she takes on
45.
John Worsley for her opener on the Super Series stage. Now, John has already won tonight, but that was a long time ago. A 4-1 win against Scott Taylor.
No, he hasn't. He won last night.
134.
Good point. So does that mean today that we'll have 34 matches?
95.
Let's not confuse me with this process.
Well, the cut and dry of it is this. We played 2 matches so far. Worsley's already beaten Taylor by 4 legs to 1. Verbrew's beaten Galliano by 4
58.
legs to 1. And Worsley actually, in that game against Scott Taylor, had real good glimpses in there.
97.
It's got to be said with Noeline van Leuven, probably one of the most improved dart players I've ever seen over the last 12 months. When we look at Noeline a year ago, it was regularly sort of
85.
mid-70 averages, where recently been popping in quite a few 100-plus averages, and that Challenge Tour success at the start of the year.
60.
The players that Noeline was beating en route with big averages, hitting 3-figure numbers against players that have been very successful on that stage and lifted many a trophies.
60.
So very franked form in regards to what we may see from Noeline van Leuven, but circumstances outside of our control have left a lot of waiting
60.
in
John
the back
Carl,
room that may have
164.
just upset a debutant a little.
As you mentioned earlier, it's a free pass, I think, for the, well, as you mentioned, for the whole
27.
field. This is
Noel in your car,
outside of the
144.
circumstance control, but this would be some way to get your first leg on the Super Series stage.
That's
96.
been a lot of first for Noeline van
John
Leuven
Carl,
this year. That's Challenge Tour
137.
success has meant that Noeline will play quite a lot of time on the PDC Pro Tour as well. Somewhere where John Worsley has
97.
applied his
Noel in
trade
your car,
for many
48.
years. But an opportunity here for Noeline to hold on to the throne.
It's double 10.
38.
It's
John
not in.
Carl,
And so
40.
Worsley is back for tops to get the breaker throw and to lead 1-0. Double 10. Can you find a way through? No is the
20.
answer. So Noeline
Noel in
will
your
return
car,
for double
10.
5 to take out this first leg.
Game shot on the first
No
leg.
mistake.
Noel in van Leuven.
First leg to Noeline van Leuven. And
Second
actually, we
leg, John
mentioned
to throw
about
first.
John
Game on.
Worsley in the boot camp and the weight loss he's had. On a night like tonight, more than any other night, how much could that be an advantage to him?
57.
Oh, absolutely. Can't back it anymore, because even just, let's say I can speak from experience. That's all I
99.
can do. I can only speak from experience on this topic, and very similar to John Worsley, I found myself in the gym as of late and training and resistance work and cardio work, and with that weight
100.
loss and the endorphins and the feeling, by now I would normally be starting to get a bit tired in an evening, where actually I'm still wide awake and full of energy, full of life.
45. $100.
As you mentioned, it'd be interesting to see how the players react to
55.
the situation. I was speaking to Noeline before the session got underway, and she travelled over early this morning. So
60.
I just wonder, as the night goes on, as the night moves into the morning, whether that could possibly lead to a possible fatigue.
83.
And that's something that Noeline will learn with the more travelling and the more experience, that you need that travel day. Yes, it costs a little bit more, and you need to have a little bit of
81.
time away, but if you want to get that peak performance, if you want to get things right, you need to get the preparation. The preparation is key.
99. John Carr 103. $47. Noel in your car
Opportunity.
120.
Noah Lynn here, just the one treble required. And it's at a target that Noah's been throwing at for the entire leg. Unable to find it on this occasion.
60. John Carr 56.
And so this two level up at one apiece. John Worthley's going to get a couple of... Well, he should have had a couple of darts at tops. That was a bit of a wild one. Eventually gets to tops.
16.
Noah Lynn is back for the break
60.
of throw. 60 for a 2-zip lead. Tops it is. Double 10 now.
50.
Very
John
wayward
Carr
again on
40.
that target. Noah did that in the opening leg as well. But Worsley is having a bit of double trouble.
It's double 10. And the misses are becoming more and more apparent.
30. Noel in your car 10.
Never felt confident there with Worsley on those targets. That's a long way off.
No score.
That's a
John
bust.
Carr 10.
Worsley gets another opportunity. Some wayward darts. Some weary darts.
Game shot on the second leg. John Worsley.
And a good dart in the end for Worsley to level up the game.
Third leg, Noel Indy through first. Game
I think
on.
it's one of those games where both players will probably think they had chances to be 2-0 up, but all things considered, probably a fair scoreline in reflection.
Yeah, nobody's really done enough
59.
to run away with this contest, you would say, so far. One apiece it is in our third game of the evening.
$55. $45.
Reminder, this is our third game of the evening.
42.
Worsley already been on that stage tonight. Well, last night. But that was in game number 1. It's been a long wait and a long break to get him back on. As Noah Lynn hits the first maximum of the fixture.
$80.
It's a game where neither player has been able to really hammer home an advantage. But Noah Lynn here has the opportunity
45.
to move herself 2-1 to the good. Wortley nowhere really to be seen in this particular leg.
$85.
The one thing about the missed doubles, though, that we've seen so far is even when you're not really in a leg in the scoring department, you feel
60.
that a chance may present itself.
$140.
Beautiful time for a
Noel in your car,
140 to Worsley
112.
to leave him on the ice cream finish.
$56.
Well, Worsley on the
John Carr,
only
99.
two-figure number that requires 3 darts to take out. And if he's going to do it, it's going to be tops, tops. Well, there's the first. But he
59.
cannot convert the
Noel in your
second. So
car,
Noah Lynn
56.
back for 56 for 2-1.
Looking to lead the same target that Worsley was unable to find. It's the double 10. Not been a friend
46.
for Noah Lynn.
John
And
your car,
not
40.
a friend again there. And Worsley now an opportunity to get a breaker throw.
Game shot on the third
does.
leg. John Worsley.
Lands it with a second dart. Not a classic,
Fourth leg, John to through first.
which can
Game
be
on.
understandable under the circumstances.
If you're a player, you just almost putting performance aside and just looking at a points tally for the
Oh,
evening.
yeah, get points, absolutely.
54.
But then again, if I was a player and I was John Worsley, I don't know how he's managing that sticker at the moment. Can you see it? Like, he's got an action
60.
where he stabs out
Check
with the arm.
100.
And that sticker is hanging on for dear life. You surely would feel that flapping around. There it goes again, look. Not bothering Mr. Worsley, though, as he gets his first maximum of the game. One apiece in the maximum column.
70.
And suddenly, for a position where it looked like Noah Lynn could really take control of this fixture, Worsley's now trying to press home a potential 3-1 advantage.
59.
And he'll be more than happy with that. 4 points on the board. A victory over Noah Lynn, who's a very dangerous customer. A victory
93.
over Scott Taylor, who was the bookie's favourite to go on and win this group, as he was in Group A and as he is to win the week. But Worsley just doing the right things at the right times
98.
at the moment.
$100. John O'Carr 110.
So Worsley 110 to move himself 3-1 to the good. He's going to get a double here. He should have had a dart at a double, but again, when it's come to the big number, he has gone a begging on it.
Can leave it handy. We know Lynn with a lot of work to do here. Will it be
78.
the Della
Nolan O'Carr,
or will it be the
138.
Humphreys? The Humphreys is the choice. But didn't go on Worsley. These are the
58.
doubles he tends to like
John
the most
O'Carr,
when his darts are
32.
lying how he wants them to, and he likes them lying flat because it really just opens the bed up when you get it on the outside wire. He'd much prefer to get it in between the wires.
16.
You can
Nolan
see the
O'Carr,
deflection
80.
there, just clattering into the material.
One dart at tops then for Noah Lynn for 2-2.
60.
Just below it
John
goes.
O'Carr,
And so
16.
Worsley back for double eight for a 3-1 advantage in this particular contest.
He couldn't watch, could he? He was drinking his water, he had his eyes
Getting shown the
closed, he was
fourth leg,
hoping.
John Worsley.
And he's got himself a leg away.
Fifth
from
leg
his
Nolan
second
to throw first.
victory
Game
of
on.
the group.
$85. $140.
Good start there for Worsley. If he can break it, will still be a third consecutive 4-1 scoreline of this evening session so far.
Noah Lynn's got different ideas though. Second maximum of the game there for Noah.
Don't know what everyone's moaning about. If this goes 4-1, we've had a very quick start to the session.
60.
However, Worsley can only really apply pressure for ton 40. Not going to do that. So Van Leuven, 6-1-7-6 to
100.
bring this contest back to 3-2. Worsley does have the insurance policy of having the darts in the next to get himself over the line.
83.
May look at the bullseye. Does, and
130.
finds the ball as
Nolan
well.
O'Carr, 93.
He's himself nice and handy. Pressurises the shot here of Noah Lynn, who's looking to stay in this game, and Worsley, you feel, will get at least a match dart here.
61.
Chance to get over the line,
John
a chance to
O'Carr,
move to
71.
4.
And so 71 for John Worsley to get over the line. 2 in hand, a double 16 for 4-1 success. His second of the night so far.
39.
But
Nolan,
that
your car,
chance has
32.
come and gone, and so Noah Lynn returns for the target that Worsley's just missed. And she
Game
won't
shot on
pass
the
the
fifth leg.
opportunity
Nolan
by.
Van Leeuwen.
And we go back to 3-2. And Worsley has the darts here. He had that
Six leg
insurance
John to through
policy
first. Game on.
of getting the opportunity to serve it out. And now he must try and cash it in.
Probably would have felt quite good after finding the treble 13. This is the only concern when you've
45.
changed things within your balance and within your personal mechanics. So you see the angle of the darts just changing at times there.
44.
But still got this game in his control, in the palm of his hands.
$99. $40.
A poor start to the leg here for Noah Lynn. It's just what John Worsley would have wanted. He will probably feel he needs a bit of time at the back end of legs at the moment because his doubles haven't been too sharp, and he's going to earn himself some time here because two things are happening. Noah Lynn's not hitting and Worsley is opening a gap.
60.
And so Worsley here. 6 darts towards the finishing line and to seal a 4-2 success.
140.
Puts him on a 2-darter after 12.
140. Jonica, 83.
Big visit from Noah Lynn, but it doesn't affect the situation. Worsley has got 5 darts at a double for the match.
67.
And he is going to need the full quota to cross the finishing line.
140.
And the response from Noah Lynn is a good
16.
one. But this is for the match. And for 2 wins and 2. 1 left to double 8. Noah Lynn poised on 77.
No
This
score.
could be
Nolan,
a
your car,
crossroads
77.
moment.
They had a big sizable gap, did Worsley.
Game shot on the 6th leg. Noah Lynn
And
Van
from
Leeuwen.
3-1 up, John Worsley has conceded 2 on the spin, and Noah Lynn
7th and
has
final
taken
leg,
us
Noah
all
Lynn
the
to
way
through first.
to a last leg decider.
Game on. $58.
As Worsley got one more roll of the dice. That was another 5 match darts there missed by
87.
Jonathan Worsley to get over the line, and that's just that little bit of doubt, that little bit of uncertainty that he'll have around
59.
his game at the moment. Noah Lynn again opening 6 darts without a treble, giving the opportunity here for Worsley to carve out more match darts.
76. $100.
Finding a treble with each visit at the
96.
moment, which would just give him the hope that he's going to get another opportunity. But Noah Lynn, this is where Noah started to find the 140s in the last
98.
leg that got Noah back into the chance, back into the leg, back into the match.
$97.
Not much between them, but Worsley first to a finish.
$92. Jonica,
And that finish is 145, and Worsley has spurned a large number of match darts in this contest. Is he going to get one more here? No is the answer. And so Noah Lynn Van Leeuwen from 3-1
90.
behind
Nolan, your car 94.
Can seal her debut with a win if she can pin this 94. Double.
Game shot of
For
the
a
match,
4-3
Nolan van Leeuwen.
victory on her debut. Noelin van Leeuwen is up and running at the Super Series. From 3-1 behind, she gets the better of John Worsley in a last leg decider. That is how the game panned out statistically. Coming up after the break. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Noelin van Leeuwen sealed a debut success on the Super Series stage. Get the better of John Worsley by 4 legs to 3. Our fourth game sees Scott Taylor up against Craig Galliano. It's England up against Gibraltar. It's a former champion in action who,
87.
in his first game, lost 4-1 to John Worsley.
Well, he's had a little bit of time, hasn't he, to
41.
regroup and recover. It wasn't like it was a bad start for Scott
100.
Taylor. He started the game well. Worsley took the early part of the game, and then Scott Taylor just didn't recover.
100.
He'd be a big favourite in this game, won't he, Scott Taylor?
140.
As he has been pretty much throughout the week.
$27.
Well, Taylor's made all the running in this opening leg.
98.
And that 98 leads herself on a 2-darter, 76 to take out leg one of this particular contest.
58. Scott Ricard 76.
2 in hand at double 8. This is a
Being shown on the
sumptuous
first
start
leg.
for
Scott
Scott Taylor. 14-darter. He leads 1-0 against the Gibraltarian.
Craig to throw first. Game on. $100.
Craig, who's sporting the local tourism board on the front of his shirt.
95.
Trying to think, how many other players can you remember having a local tourist board on the sponsors patch of their
56.
shirt?
$96.
I have seen some very peculiar sponsors over time.
59.
Certainly ones that have involved Mr. Durrant.
Glenn had sponsors.
140.
I believe he was a sponsor at one point.
45. Scott the car 170.
Time for a bit of late night fishing in the Super Series lake. But Taylor can only find one of the
99.
trebles.
$96. Scott the car 71.
Hopefully Craig will get into a bit of a rhythm as time goes along. But Taylor here really is in gear,
31.
in click, in rhythm.
Craig your car 145.
This might just be what he's restricted to in this particular contest, Craig. He's not going to take out the 145. And so Taylor will return for tops for the
Scott the car
break
40.
of throw and to open up a 2-0 advantage in this match. Getting closer.
No
But he's
score.
not
Craig
in.
your car 87.
Trenty and Bull. Oh, the treble D's double 5. Oh, yes.
Game shot on the second leg.
The
Craig
Gibraltarian
Galliano.
is on the board. Galliano gets his first leg of the contest.
Leg Scott to
We are back
first.
level at
Game on.
1-1.
$46. $58. $58.
Do you know what's amazing to think, Matt?
Oh, where do I start with that?
27.
At the beginning of the night, at the beginning of this broadcast, we had one Prime Minister, and by the end of it, we're set to have a new one.
I have no idea what any of
57.
that means.
I.e., when we went on air at 9:59, Rishi Sunak was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and probably by the time we go off air, Rishi Sunak will concede the general election, and Sir Keir Starmer would be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
140.
Okay, I would ask what that means, but I feel I may be opening up a bit of a rabbit hole there of long explanations.
Well, it's how any good evening ends at about 1 o'clock in the morning, sat in a darkened room, and the last thing left
65.
in conversation between two people is politics.
Well, the conversation may be turning here to a
56.
potential upset. Because Scott Taylor is not on his game here once again.
105.
Galliano, if you can find a 140. Well, couldn't even
45.
keep him straight
Got a
and leave
car,
himself on the
170.
finish. Unable to take advantage of the mess Scott Taylor has produced.
123.
And this is what Taylor does, step up at the pivotal moments, and he's done exactly that there. Just as Galliano had an opening, it's as quickly as the door is shut on him.
58. Scott
And
the car
Taylor back for this
47.
47 to move 2-1 to the good, just about in the single 7. But that's emphatically
Game
in the
shot on
double
third
10.
leg. Scott
2-1
Taylor.
to the former champion.
Fourth leg Craig to through first. Game on.
Did you qualify for the
97.
Gibraltar Darts Trophy in your career, Matt?
I did. Been over to Gibraltar. I think the last time I went, it was myself versus Ronnie Baxter, the Rocket.
140.
Lovely place.
Perhaps appropriate, the Rocket on the Rock.
I didn't go up the rock, though.
You not been up the Rock?
100.
No, I can be known to be quite quirky at times, and I didn't want to go up there just in case I got scratched or bit by a monkey and didn't want to have like a tetanus
137.
or anything.
Right, you've led me to one of my favourite stories ever, and because it's late enough in the night, I can tell it. I used to go on holiday to Gibraltar when I was younger,
82.
and I had a seagull do its business all over to basically on me once upon a time.
93.
Well, there's a conversation I didn't think I'd be having tonight.
58. Scott the car 131.
1-3-1 for Taylor for a 3-1 lead. And the breaker throw, not going to go.
91.
So Galliano
Breaker car
1-6-4 to
164.
square up at 2-2. Another one of them. Bullseye. Not to beat.
121. Scott the car 40.
But Taylor has left tops after 12. Can he get the break?
No
No.
score.
And
Breaker
Galliano
car
has got a
43.
chance to square this match up at 2-2. Goes down to go up. And now double 10.
Game shot on the
2-2.
fourth leg.
When Craig's
Galliano.
actually getting opportunities in this game, he's been up to the task. I think the
This
big
leg
issue
Scott
has
is through
been that
first. Game on.
his scoring power hasn't quite been comparable to that of Scott.
125. $60. 134. 43. 100.
Well, Taylor first to finish in this leg, and Galliano again in the score stakes, just a little bit behind. There's the 140.
Scott the car 142.
But Taylor's got 6 and 142. He's going to need the full quota.
90. 96. Scott the car 52.
To put himself a leg away, and he has got 6 here because Craig's left
Game
himself
shot
a
on the fifth leg.
162.
Scott Taylor.
That's another 14 data. Taylor 3, Galliano 2.
6 leg Craig to throw first. Game on.
Scott looked a bit confused there, as if he was looking at him as if Galliano was drinking his water.
Oh, please, it's the last thing we need
57.
right now.
We've had Watergate before, haven't we? Was it William O'Connor, wasn't it?
Mm.
41.
Didn't pour him a glass of water. First player on stage should always pour the glasses. Although now you get 2 separate tables, don't you,
100.
nowadays?
Don't like it. I think you'd like it, but I just want that social awkwardness.
85.
Well, you've lived in that sphere for your whole life, haven't you? So
What, social awkwardness? This is much better from
140.
Galliano. On throw, he has been steady. There's no doubt about that.
100.
And he looks set here to take us to a last leg decider. It'd be the second in success. Do you remember earlier on this week when we had 5 in a row?
100. 60. Craig car 104.
Well, he's left this a few times tonight already, hasn't he, Craig? And he's got 6 from 104. Is that a help or hindrance? Either which way. He couldn't
88.
find the trouble with dart 2. He does with dart 3. He'll leave himself on double 8 to take us to a last leg decider.
100. Craig car 16.
Double 8.
Getting shot on the
In
sixth
it goes.
leg. Craig
Just took that
Galliano.
extra second to compose, but once he got there, made no mistake.
7th and final leg. Scott to through
well, I think it's
first.
fair
Game
to
on.
say that Scott Taylor has been warned in this situation. Give Galliano a chance, he will take it.
60.
This would be a sizable turn for the books.
90. 41. 99. $60.
I tell you what, there's been a sea change here, Matt, and you could say that Galliano could well move into favourite to win this game in play.
45.
Probably his favourite on the in-play. Even money Galliano, 8 to 11. Scott Taylor from this situation, but Taylor's got to find 80.
137.
Oh, that's a big visit.
He has forced Craig Galliano's hand here. Has to at least hit a ton. Oh, this is awkward. Has to go 17 here. Has to go 17
97.
to leave himself on the fish.
Taylor finding at the right moment.
145. Credit card 170.
Leaves himself handy. But another one of those. Would give a shot at the bullseye.
105. Scott
Taylor
58.
should be expecting 2 match starts.
He has 2 at tops,
38.
but he's passed the
Credit
chance
card
by.
65.
And Craig Galliano comes back to the hockey here with 65 in hand to pick up his first win on the Super Series stage. It's going to have to be 12 and bull. Bullseye.
40.
Just below.
Credit card 20.
Both players have missed a dart to win this match. Can Taylor cross the finishing line? Yes, he can. The
Game
former
show of the
champion
match,
gets
Scott
his first
Taylor.
win. As for Craig Galliano, it was a gallant effort, but he couldn't quite get over the line. He had a match dart at the bullseye, but it is Scott Taylor who gets the win in a last leg decider. Well, we've got to game 5, everybody, and it's Timothy Verbrew against Noelin van Leuven. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Scott Taylor got the better of Craig Galliano by 4 legs to 3. So Taylor getting his first win of the night. Noelin van Leuven not going to make it 2 from 2. In fact, the winner of this game will make it 2 from 2 because Timothy Verbrew got the better of Craig Galliano by 4 legs to 1 in their first meeting of the night in game number 2.
First leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on.
Timothy didn't look phased by the break in play. I think it's fair to say he's probably the only player that hasn't looked phased by the break.
I don't think Timothy Verbrew
60.
would be phased crossing the M1 at 5 o'clock in the evening,
45.
blindfolded, hopping.
100.
With no shoes on.
Are you okay?
45.
Well, the Brew is
100.
playing okay.
$96. $60.
Well, Timothy's going to get 6 here from 181 to take out the
57.
opening leg of this contest.
$59.
1-2-2 for Timothy to take a 1-0 lead in this particular contest. Nolan needs to find a treble to leave herself on a finish.
100.
Does exactly that.
Timothy Car 122.
That's nicely sat for treble 18 to lead the ball, but the second one rejects out the board.
72. Noel in your car 158.
Outside opportunity for Noah Lynn, who took out a few good finishes in that opening game. When Noah Lynn turned around.
58. Timothy Car 50.
A 3-1 deficit to John Worsley.
It's double 16, and it is 1-0 to Timothy Verbrew.
Second leg, Noel Lynn to throw first. Game on.
Pella Belgian against the Netherlands. Belgian out of the European Championships. Holland still in that particular tournament. They
100.
play on Saturday night. They take on Turkey for a place in the semi-finals. That's after England plays Switzerland at 5 o'clock on Saturday. And then a little bit later on today,
135.
we're going to see Spain up against Germany. And then the second game is Portugal up against France.
40.
Oh, that's a nice start there from Timothy Verbrew.
125.
He's always been able to follow one of those in throughout this week where we've seen massive, massive improvements.
60.
And that's all you could ask of a player, is to improve from the last time you've seen them. And he's gone home, he's worked hard, and he's never really worked on this particular discipline before.
41. 57.
Timothy just needs to make the top 3 to make
43.
Saturday. He said all he wanted to do was outperform last time when he finished 5th in his group. I think
85. Timothy
his
Car
goals should
157.
be a little bit higher from here. No finish for Noah Lynn. Gives 6 starts if he needs them to Timothy.
97.
So for the breaker throw and a 2-0 lead, Verbrew looking at 60.
80. Timothy Car 60.
Mean that out of the 7 legs he's played this evening, he would have dropped just the one. Double 10.
40.
Grazes the wire, and then when
Nolan
in comes back,
Yilkar,
79. Tops.
Game shot on the second
one.
leg. Noel in Van Leuven.
Level we are.
Third leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on. $38.
Tubain
60.
talks footy. I was asked, does anyone notice that Henry's favourite word is particular?
I do have a particular like with that word.
66.
I'll tell you what other words would you say are some of my favourites in the commentary box?
100.
I mean, particularly,
60.
Maybe we should get a Henry Deacon bingo card going.
45.
Why not? It's all friends. We're all friends here.
So, Dubai talks footy. That's chucked in particular. We need a couple more.
100. 100. 100. 60. Timothy the car 137.
137 here for Timothy to move 2 on up.
93. Noel in your car 136.
136 for the break. Doesn't go, and so Timothy will return for the 44 to
58.
go 2 on to the
Timothy the
good.
car 44. 28. Noel in your car
So
78.
Noel in. Back for 78 for the break and a 2-1 advantage. Tops it is. For
38.
tops, that isn't
Timothy the car
found.
16.
And so Timothy returns for the 2-8s. Dart 1 grazes the wire. Dart 2 grazes the wire. But
8.
dart 3
Noel in your car 40.
snags the other wire.
Getting shot
Dart
on the third
1 goes
leg.
between
Noel
the
in Van Leeuwen.
wires. And Noah Lynn Van Leeuwen gets the breaker throw.
Fourth leg Noel in to throw first. Game on.
Matthew says, Deacon loves That's the Tale of the Tape. Yep, I do enjoy that one.
96.
To Bind talks footy. Oh, that's super. Yeah, that's a bit of a football thing that's kind of moved over to darts. Like some
55.
tussle.
Remember the tungsten T-Rex?
Yes, we all remember the Tungsten T-Rex,
99.
so they can happily rest in peace.
Unfortunately, yep, I still do remember the tungsten T-Rex.
You've got PTSD, haven't you, of the Tungsten T-Rex?
140.
Just thrown you off kilter on the balcony with that.
99.
He's still laughing about it now.
56.
The Jimmy Van Schie apparent pronunciation.
57.
Rumour has it, he's still counting in his head.
Yes. $150 for Noel in.
100.
I
Noel in your
think
car,
this will be
150.
conventional. It is conventional, but it is not going to go. And what Noel in has just missed is what Timothy wants to get.
90. Timothy the car 150.
And so for a 3-1
42.
lead, remember, Noel in
Noel
came
in
back
your
from a
car,
3-1
60.
deficit to beat John Worsley in her first match. She could be on the reverse of that, but that first dart was not nice at all. Double 10. Just about
Getting shot on
squeezing
the fourth leg.
into
Noel
the
in Van
bottom
Leeuwen.
left-hand corner, and Noel in Van Leeuwen has a 3-1 lead
Fifth
on
leg,
Timothy
the hill
Verbrew.
first. Game on.
Just looking into the eyes here of Timothy Verbrew, and they're just looking a little red. They're looking a little bit saggy underneath the eyes. I wonder if there's tiredness kicking in, because we've got to think with Timothy, he's been playing
100.
3 days already in a Group A campaign, which meant he was getting up early. And if you think about things like the body clock of Timothy Verbrew, he'd be used to getting up early
93.
now over the last couple of days to prepare for an early session. Now, because of that, he'd have felt tired early last night, gone to bed early, woke up early today.
83.
He's probably completely out of sync here. He's gone from early mornings to late
58.
starts, and now later than you'd have expected.
And as we've kind of mentioned before, players will have a rough prep time as
98.
to what roughly they're going to be playing. I'd be surprised that come later on in the evening whether any of these players would have ever played at 2 a.m.
140.
Well, Timothy now knows because of that dart in the single 5, he
50.
has to chase down towards the bullseye to leave himself on the fish.
$98. Timothy the car 170.
Fish time? No. And so Noah Lynn back for 112 to complete a 4-1 success.
Car 112.
That's awkward. Had to move across to treble AT because the line of the treble 20
Timothy the
paper is
car
awful.
36.
This is for 3-2.
Game show
No
on the fifth leg.
mistake.
Timothy Babrew.
But Noah Lynn does have the darts here to take us all the way to
Looks
a
like
last
Noah
leg
Lynn to throw
decider.
first. Game on.
Good first dart.
100.
Same with Timothy. Well, I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the chat room again.
140.
Adam Gallion, Henry Likes respectively. Eve in. Okay. They're in. That's a maxi for Noah Lynn. She's closing in to the finishing post. When will Jawad Cole be next on here?
100.
I think you'll find his name is Jared. And he'll be back here very soon.
57.
In fact, Jared is actually in the building this evening.
135.
Oh, a risky play
Nolan
to stay on the treble 20 there,
164.
but he found it.
$74.
Rescues the
Timothy Carr,
situation there.
126.
Noah Lynn with the last start in hand finds the treble 20.
Double 6. This would be superb.
120.
Just on the inside. That's really the first
Nolan
flick of
Yilkar,
emotion we've seen
90.
from Timothy this week. Double 18. It was bold.
Game
It was
shot on the
brilliant.
mat. Noah
And
Lynn
it's a
Van
win
Wilden.
for Noah Lynn. A second in succession on her debut. And this time it's Timothy Babrew that is deposed. That's how the tail of the tape ended up in that one. How the players got on respectively. So let's take a break and let's watch John Worsley against Craig Galliano. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Craig Galliano makes an appearance on the stage. Ahead of the 6th game of our session, he takes on John Worsley, who so far has won 4-1 and lost 4-3. For Galliano, 2 defeats for 2 to kickstart his campaign. He's hoping to get his first win. Elsewhere, before the break, we saw Noah Ling get the better Timothy Verbrew by 4 legs to 2. And that means Noah Ling is 2 wins from 2 as far as the table is concerned. But for Craig, there were more encouraging signs in game 2 as he slowly builds his way into this competition. Worsley will get us underway. Well, we're into the second half of the session now. 5 more games to go. See, the thing is, Matt, people talk about, oh, what are you gonna do overnight? What are you gonna be watching overnight? What channel are you gonna be watching? This was the only overnight thing you needed to watch this evening.
Well,
this is a game where John Worsley has come into the evening a little bit uncertain of himself, and I think that's kind of transferred across in the performances we've seen so far. Galliano may be looking at this and thinking, this is my chance to get on the board here. He did run favourite for the group, Scott Taylor, very, very close.
140. 134.
So Worsley has got 6 from 171 to get his first leg on the board. This is a really good start from the Welshman.
131.
In fact, Wales 0, Gibraltar 0 was a score from an international fixture not too long ago.
58.
Can Wales finally break down a stubborn Gibraltarian defence? Wales about 3 weeks late, but finally Wales have scored against Gibraltar. 1-0. If only Rob Page could have had that kind of attacking nous in that particular fixture. In fact, I'm going to give you some fun facts here, Matt.
41.
Can't wait.
Oh, yes. That game took place at the Estadio do Algarve in Portugal. Gibraltar play their international fixtures there for the time being, although for their upcoming Nations League campaign, they will get an exemption to play their matches in Gibraltar. In matter of fact, that particular stadium hosted matches from Euro 2004, for which it was originally open for. The ground is in Faro.
26.
And it hosted 3 games at that particular European Championship. Spain's 1-0 win against Russia, Russia's 2-1 win against Greece, and a 0-0 draw in the quarter-finals between Sweden and the Netherlands, which Holland won 5-4 on penalty kicks.
Well, I might as well join in with the fun facts then. Last time I went to Gibraltar, didn't matter what cafe I went to, I paid the same for an ice cream.
99p.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm not buying expensive ones.
125.
Also, did you know, in Gibraltar, you know those coins that, like, old newsreaders and celebrities that's so washed up, that's all they can do now, sell on the TV?
No.
Well, basically, they're legal tender in Gibraltar. So if you see Michael Burke trying to sell a coin, you can actually spend it in Gib.
170.
170 for Craig. Does not go.
94. John Carr, 134.
134 for Worsley. Top stops. Does not go. And so Galliano, who has been competitive at every single game so far, has got the opportunity to square this game up at one apiece. It's 8-8. Oh, it's just too low.
John Carr,
Just
20.
the other side. And so Worsley here for the break and for a 2-0 lead.
No
Doesn't
score.
go, but because
Trigger car
Galliano
76.
burst the score, he has to go back all the way to the start. One dart this time. Tops this time.
56.
Just pulled
Car
low.
20.
Another opportunity now for Worsley to break the throw with Craig Galliano. Double 10. Ideal light, the way his darts do. It just invites into the target, unable to cash it in.
Game shot on the
Does
second leg.
cover
John
on
Worsley.
the double 5.
Third leg, John to throw first. Game on.
Don't know if we've got any one in here from Gibraltar or friends, family, supporters of Craig Galliano could let us know potentially Craig Galliano's walk-on song, because
100.
I think we've got a great one for him, haven't we, Henry, if it comes to it.
Well, Craig Galliano doesn't just have a darts profile, but you can actually
100.
look him up on transfermarket.co.uk, because he has had caps, free caps, for the Gibraltar under-21 national team. He made his debut on
100.
September the 7th, 2021 in a 4-0 defeat to Switzerland. Where in that particular fixture,
98.
he came on as a 90th minute substitute. Two more subsequent caps followed. He is out without a club, but he actually,
96.
on his CV, has a Gibraltar Premier League title, having won the Gibraltar League with the Lincoln Red Imps.
171.
But forget about that. Forget about that. Because that perfect visit's left itself on the champagne shot.
You could probably get him a trial at Portsmouth, couldn't you, while he's over here?
We've actually had a player from Gibraltar play for Portsmouth, Liam Walker.
40. Craig Car 132.
Slip that from John. It's allowed Craig in. And so he didn't have to go for the ball. But what he is going to do is
92.
leave himself on tops after all. This is Craig's best leg here.
Well, he's rounded that off
125.
perfectly, hasn't he,
Craig
Worsley,
Car
to join
40.
Craig Galliano on tops. But Galliano will get the first opportunity, despite the fact he threw second in the leg, which just shows how well he's
He's on the
scored
third
in this
leg.
leg
Craig
and
Galliano.
cashes in the opportunity. Back in the fixture.
Fourth leg, Craig to
Back
throw
to
first.
2-1.
Game on. $96.
If you were indeed interested, Matt, you're probably not, but
I wasn't 10 minutes ago, but you're going to carry on, I'm sure.
his last...
100.
Craig's last cap for Gibraltar
Yep, you are.
came at left back in a 7-0 defeat to the Netherlands.
Well, he's versatile, isn't he? He's playing in different
100.
positions.
However, I'm not sure you want to be reminded of the fact his last international cap, he played at left back in a team that shipped in 7 goals. But
41. $56.
He's played different positions, hasn't he? And now he's got to try and win from different positions. He's got to try and come back from 2-0 behind here against Worsley. But in this position, he seems to be
59.
finding his better darts. Showing some good signs here is Galliano, who's been gaining some experience on the various tours. Someone who's been representing
81.
his nation of Gibraltar at the darts now for a couple of seasons, a couple of years, and you feel he's probably going to be a player that's going to be representing Gibraltar for many years to come.
him and Justin Hewitt,
One
very much the two leading lights. Worsley leads himself a 1-6-1, but Galliano will hope to set up and hope to have a turn to Let's go up at 2-2. He needs to find a treble here.
60.
Unable to do
John
so.
Car 161.
And we haven't really seen a big finish tonight. In fact, the Worsley 107 is the only ton plus check we've seen. It could be better by
43.
1 here.
Krieger Car 108.
It could be better by 1. Double 16. Oh, not
76.
far away.
John Car 118.
Has John got Craig's number? No. So Galliano's back for double 16 to
80.
square this contest
Krieger
up
Car
at 2-2.
32. Game shot on the
When he's
foreplate,
had
Craig
free in
Galliano.
hand, he's stepped back, he's composed, and not often has he missed
Looks
a
like
free in
John
hand
was
tonight,
first.
Craig.
Game on.
Maybe just the sportsman in him coming out there, just showing that when the chips are down, he can stand up and be countered.
77. $96. $83. $100.
Well, this is much more like it for
127.
Worsley. The radar just went off for a few seconds, but it looks as if it's now back on kilter.
But it may be too late.
140.
Not the ideal leave there from Galliano. Could have used the ball, could have used the 18s. That would have left him a finisher. Maybe this is something he's going to learn when he plays more at this sort of level and he plays against
58.
the sort of operators like Jonathan Worsley. Because maybe when he's playing over in Gibraltar, you can get away with that extra shot, needing that extra visit. But when you're out and about on the various
94.
tours, you need that mathematical
John
and
156.
that percentage chance on your side.
Very much learning on the spot here is Galliano.
44. Krieger Car
Now
71.
has got a chance here to break the throw, go 3-2 up, and from that point he'd then have the darts for the match. He's going to have a dart at tops.
31.
And it just clips the
John Car
wire.
112.
Oh, what a dart that is. He's going to get one at tops. For 3-2 in Worsley's favour.
92. Krieger Car 40.
Break the throw and take the lead. He was 2-0 down.
Game shot on the
He's
fifth leg. Craig
3-2
Galliano.
ahead.
And credit go where credit's due, because at 2-0
Craig
down on the
to
back
throw
of the night that
first.
Craig has had, it could have been so easy for him to have
Game on.
caved in. I don't think John's too happy, is he?
$60.
I'll tell you what, because you are hardcore fans here, tuning in at 20 to 2 in the morning, I'm going to let you into
80.
a little bit of a secret here at the Super Series. At the end of a leg, if a player loses it and we pan the camera in, it's called our misery camera. Of which one of our camera operators
78.
here at the Super Series, it's their favourite job to zoom in on unhappy people. You'd have to ask the question, is he
140.
miserable there, John Worsley? He's recovered well.
$56.
However, you have to say, Galliano had the darts in this leg, and he's not really made the inroads he would have liked.
$59. $140.
More like it.
Where's he going to get to a finish? But he may want to stay away from that treble 20 because that doesn't look very firmly in the board, and the dart needs to be retrieved for it to count.
138. Craig Carr 167.
Well, this would be some way to get your first win on the Super Series stage.
44. John Carr 84.
This for a last leg decider. Bullseye for a last leg decider.
John Worsley. 7th and final leg, John to throw first. Game on.
We go the distance, folks.
Game that's gone backwards and forward. Worsley 2-0 up. Galliano dug deep, put himself a leg away, but then Worsley fires back. This has been a game where the player who goes behind has found the best.
22.
And it's just felt like as the finishing line has approached for Craig, it's just felt like the wheels, just to a certain extent, have just fallen off a little bit.
Well, he needs mistakes from Worsley.
97.
And Worsley is making none of them. And I say mistakes because one won't be enough from here.
95.
Completely out of Galliano's hands, 120 points behind.
Well, Worsley said to us before play got underway, he did not know how he was going to feel going into
140.
tonight. I think he's going to be happy enough no matter what.
60. John Carr 124.
For the match, and plenty of time. Doesn't have to chase around because he has time on his side.
92. 58.
Well,
John Carr 32.
it's just not happened for Galliano in the last leg, but Worsley gallops towards the line. 88
Game
for the
shot
win.
of match, John Worsley.
And for Worsley, that is 2 wins from 3 for Galliano. Well, it's another defeat for him. Right, let's take a break and enjoy another game after that. Welcome back.
Game on.
Straight into the action.
24. 81. 96. 96. 43. 140. 81. 94. 90. Tip to the car, 90.
For the first leg.
$50. Scott the car, 167.
Down to go up. But cannot take out.
95.
So Timothy top
Timothy
to 1-0
40.
and the break. Double 10.
Game
And it
shot on the
goes,
first
1-0
leg,
for
Timothy
Brew.
to
Who
Second leg, Timothy to throw
lost his first game last time out. 4-2 to Noah Lynn. Did beat Craig 4-1.
60.
This could be dangerous for
60.
Scott Taylor in regards to the table, though. If he isn't to pick up a victory here, he could find himself in a spot of bother. We've looked at Scott Taylor as
60.
the favourite, which he is, the favourite to win the week, the favourite to win the group. But he could be in serious, serious danger here. Maybe not even
97.
making the top three.
Right, it's just been a strange night, hasn't it, Matt?
Oh, yes.
62.
Again, as we mentioned earlier on, these are two players that have been on the early shift. And that switch over to the late shift.
136.
And now the later shift may just bring a little bit of fatigue.
59.
Taylor here. Looking to fire back.
136.
Left himself on 72 after a dozen. And looking to threaten the Verboo throw after the Belgian broke in leg one.
140. Scott the car, 72.
This should go an opportunity. Can be the one dart at tops.
Game shot on the second leg. Scott Taylor.
And there it is, he says.
Third leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
I don't think I'd cross paths with Scott Taylor right now because he is a man that is turbocharged to get a
67.
job done.
$100.
Question on the chat room.
140.
Best left-hander to play at the Super Series.
$60.
Now or ever?
You can have forever and a day.
100.
Mark Webster.
I like it. Southampton hipster you are.
59. 96.
Graham Usher's going to be in the conversation, that's for sure. Scott Taylor's in the conversation for this leg. 108 to move himself 2-1 to the good.
Graham Usher can also play right-handed, one of the rare people that can play with
108.
both. But this is better from Scott Taylor, significantly better.
68.
But time on his side. Brew a long way back on 2-4-1, making a bit of a bite into it.
140. Scott the car 40.
Tops for Taylor.
Getting shot
2-1
on the third leg.
Taylor.
Scott Taylor. Fourth leg Timothy to throw first. Game on.
Well, after
60.
Well, after 4 days of annoying darts, he's quite understandably snapped now, and he's trying to.
60.
He's just trying to get and channel that aggression in the best way possible.
$100. 60. 60. 140. 60.
Well, Taylor, you could say, has taken the darts.
100. 140.
Well, that
141.
140 is left for Brew on a 2-darter, but he may not get a go. Taylor unable to take out the 141.
121.
And so Timothy back for 81. Double 12. 2 6s.
75.
Ooh.
Scott the car 20. Getting shot on the fourth leg. Scott Taylor.
Moves him a leg away. He's
Fifth
just
leg, Scott to
really
throw first.
trying
Game
to
on.
find something, isn't he, Scott Taylor? He's digging deep, trying to find that top level. He knows the threat that Timothy Brew does
59.
possess because he's been in the same group with him for the past 3 days.
$96.
3 more games after this.
100.
On this bumper late night darty party in Pompey.
140. 180.
Well, that Maxi wasn't able to leave Scott on a finish.
41.
But he's got 6 to complete a 4-1 win.
49.
Taylor has 1 more game to go. He plays Noah Lynn in the last game of the night.
60. Scott the car 113.
But this game could be done and dusted here. Tops to win it.
93. Timothy the car 164.
Saviour opportunity for Brew. Won't go. Taylor to get his second win of the night.
60. Scott the car 20.
He wants double 10 for it. Now double 5.
10. Timothy the car
Again,
64.
the misses become apparent. I'm going to make a prediction, Matt. This goes. This goes.
Getting shot on the fifth leg.
And in
Timothy
2
Verreau.
it goes. And back to 3-2 we go. And now Timothy
Sixth leg, Timothy
has
throw
the
first.
darts
Game
here
on.
to take us to a last leg decider.
$100.
If we do go the distance, in matter of fact,
81.
this would be the 5th 4-3 in 7 games.
$43. $59. $85. $100. $57. $40.
What's your thoughts, Matt?
$100.
It's all about Verreau at the moment. He's got the advantage of the throat. He's just keeping his nose in
140.
front.
Tip of the car, 116.
Just needs the one treble. Finds it. For a beloved dart at tops.
76. Shot
Well,
the car,
Taylor's had match
81.
darts and missed them, and he's let the opportunity pass him by. He should get another one here. It's going to be at the ball.
56. Tip of the car, 40.
And Verreau is back for 3 more at tops to take us the distance.
Getting
Never
shot
in
on the
doubt.
sixth leg, Timothy Verreau.
And so for the 5th time, we go
Semi-final leg,
all
Scott
the
to throw
way.
First. Game on.
Scott Taylor has the darts.
100.
And he starts with a ton.
$100.
Evan David, how much time do you think we've got on our hands? There needs to be a week
134.
where the referees play each other. I want to see Binks versus Hinks final. No, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, they do. Evan David does. He just said it.
140.
I think you'll find he's in a very small minority. Hope you're well, Evan. No, because the smug look on Owen Binks' face. No, please no.
123.
Paul Hinks can play, by the way.
Well, Scott Taylor putting in possibly his best leg of the game in the most
100.
crucial
Shot
leg
the car,
of the game. But
144.
Timothy Verreau also down to a finish after 9. Both players ending really strong here.
89.
Points.
Tip of the car, 161.
Vital, despite the clear, evident signs of fatigue.
Oh, great recovery from dart
121.
1.
Shot the car, 55.
But Taylor, more match darts. If I'm tops, I'll
31.
run for cover right
Tip of the
now.
car, 40.
Verreau back for the win. Tops. Surely.
Getting shot on the
Yes.
mark, Timothy Verreau.
And Verreau is the victor. He beats Scott Taylor 4-3. The frustration palpable for Scott as he departs the stage. 4-3 Verreau. Galliano, Noah Lynn next. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Team FIFA Brew beat Scott Taylor 4-3. Next up, Noah Lynn Van Leuven.
First leg, Craig to throw first. Game on.
Game on, Matt. Who's going to win?
Well, on the evidence of what we've seen so far, Noah Lynn Van Leuven is having a decent night. Got some points on the board.
24.
Galliano been valiant in his performance, but has been unable to register a win as of yet.
45.
I think the
140.
big danger that Galliano should take from the rest of the night so far is Noah Lynn's finishing has been exceptional, especially the combinations.
56. 140. 99.
Noah Lynn first to a finish.
140.
And has improved as the evening has gone on. Noah Lynn and Galliano, both debutants this evening here in this Group B
96.
campaign.
All in your car, 96.
Well, Noah Lynn has the possibility of completing the card.
60. Craig, your car,
That's
86.
2 missed darts at a double. Galliano, 86. May just be a dart of the bull. Bullseye.
61. Noel in your car,
Well, the line
56.
didn't quite get the length. Double 18.
Game shot on the
For
first
the
leg.
break,
Noel
and a
in
1-0
Van
lead
Moeren.
for Noah Lynn.
Second leg, Noel in to throw first.
I'm sure if Noah Lynn wins
Game on.
the last two, we'll sure to grab a quick chat.
'83.
Do you want another fun fact, Matt?
Well, I've heard a lot of facts, but I've
58.
not had much fun.
To be honest, this one ain't much fun either. Do you realise you've spent
100.
5.5 hours locked in the same room as me?
Could have been worse. We could have done Group C together as well.
60. 30.
I think it's fair to say I've probably enjoyed your company more than you've enjoyed my
99.
company this evening.
I'm not going to debate that.
94.
At least we've been treated to some good darts.
Absolutely.
Been a really good Group B. I was looking forward to this group.
58.
2 debutants in here. The Scott Taylor question marks. The question marks over Worsley. Can Verbrew continue what he's done in
94.
Group A? And we've had a good evening on the board. And I think the big winner of the night so far is Noah Lynn Van Leuven, who
44.
has had 2
Noel in
big
your car,
victories so
100.
far. And he's 100 points away with 6 darts in hand. Not surprised to see tops because the doubles have been working so
Game shot on the
well.
second
And
leg.
another
Noel
one
in Van Leuven.
added to that list of combination finishers.
Third leg, Craig to throw
Noah Lynn
first.
Van Leuven.
Game on.
Is in a very strong position right now. Certainly if Noah Lynn can get over the line here against Craig Galliano,
41.
I think we could be seeing Noah on Saturday night.
I think I agree. I just think this game possibly, you can just tell with Craig, it's
45.
been a long day, long night. And I think that tiredness has just begun to creep in.
140.
To be fair, Neil in the chat is a bit disappointed because
100.
he wanted to see Matthew Edgar's face on misery cam for my fun fact. I'll tell you what, I'll give you one final
28.
fun fact in the next leg.
$85. $140.
Well, Craig here, first to finish on 152 to try and get a leg on the board, on
92.
throw.
Craig Carr 152.
And this 152 would get his first leg on the board. It's not going to go, but he does have 6 to get his first leg on the board in this
64.
game.
82. Craig Carr 88.
Double 14.
60. Nolan your car 97.
This for the double break. Looking for the double-double. So
31.
Galliano back for
Craig
double
Carr
14.
28.
I mean, not for the first time this evening as well. Noah Lynn opting the double-double option. 2 sevens for Galliano.
Game shot on the third leg.
Back
Craig
it goes
Galliano.
to 2-1. Right, fun fact time, Matt.
Fourth leg Noah Lynn to throw first. Game on.
Oh, go on then. Let's... We're all waiting with bated breath.
59.
Of the 55 European nations that play international football, Gibraltar has the smallest population.
41.
Their first ever game was a 0-0 draw against Slovakia.
What does this have to do with anything?
123.
Basically, I've got notes to prep. I'm just going to read them out.
Why did you prep Gibraltar football?
Because
59.
I did. Okay, one last one. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise.
59.
Craig Galliano's team, the Lincoln Redhams,
82.
they beat Celtic in a Champions League game. 1-0 back in 2016. It was Brendan Rodgers' first game in charge of Celtic.
55.
Tom, Matt, what do you prefer? Henry's fun facts or play Darius Labanauskas?
I would right now rather play Darius Labanauskas in a game of first to 150 sets.
130.
With stones in my shoes.
Well, Nolan here looking to open up a 3-1 lead.
59. Nolan your car 75.
Tops. Doesn't go.
35.
Time on the side though again for Noah Lynn. It's been an impressive evening. Although, just looking at the demeanour of Noah Lynn, there's been an element of frustration in there still tonight.
75. Nolan your car 40.
Could be leaving with a maximum haul of points.
It's double 10.
20.
It doesn't go.
Craig your car 125.
You would not put this past Craig. You would not put it past him. Okay, you will now.
50.
But for Noah
Nolan
Lynn,
your
double
car
10 for a
20.
3-1 lead. And
Game
it
shot on the
goes.
fourth
3-1
leg.
Noah Lynn
Nolan.
leads.
Fifth leg Craig to throw first. Game on. 100. $43.
Thank you, Oliver.
100.
Best comment I've ever heard on the YouTube chat room.
57.
I'm not sure Matt agrees.
$100.
See, Tom loves Henry's fun facts.
140.
See?
$60.
Good switch.
131.
Oh, beautiful darts.
Cricket car
From
141.
Noah Lynn. Rounds it off quite nice as well. Just a one treble combination. And will get a shot. Get a shot to win the match.
93. All in your car 130.
However, it's a checkout. You say it needs to go because Galliano back for 48.
Cricket car 48.
To keep this game going. Double. Can he? Yes, he
Change on the
can.
sixth leg.
Back to
Craig
3-2.
Galliano.
And so forces Noah Lynn to serve this match out.
6 leg Noel in to throw first. Game on.
For the victory in the 8th game of the night. 2 more to go after this.
45. $45.
Can we ban reality boost from the chat, please?
58.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
What
60.
what fact was your favourite one of the night, Matt? It says Neil.
I haven't heard it yet.
83.
And you're not going to hear it either because I'm done for the evening.
Whee!
$92.
Craig Galliano will be done for the evening at the conclusion of this game. Still got an opportunity to get a couple of points on the
130.
board. But this is all about Noah Lynn.
100.
6 starts from 185 for 6 points. That would be a very handy return for the
65.
opening night.
For Craig, he's shown spells, signs, but I just think maybe at the crucial points things just went off kilter.
45.
But there's
Noel in your car 120.
a lot to learn going into tomorrow, and not all is lost. But this is for the match. That's for the
Game shot in
win.
the match. Noel in Van Luber.
A 4-2 success for Noah Lynn. It's a 3rd win of the night. For Booger Worsley next. Welcome back. 2 more games to go before the break. Noah Ling got the better with Craig Galliano 4-2. And so to our penultimate match, Timothy Verbrew and John Worsley. Well, as far as John's night's concerned, 4-1 win against Scott Taylor, 4-3 defeat to Noah Lynn, 4-3 win against Craig Galliano. As far as Timothy's concerned, 4-1 win against Craig, 4-2 defeat against Noah Lynn, and then a 4-3 win against Scott Taylor. Both of their nights will come to an end at this particular juncture. And what a start from Timothy!
$70.
Now Verbrew kicks off for Max. By the way, Matt.
41.
Another fun fact for you. I promised I was done, but I've got one more for you. If a 9-darter is hit at any point between now and the end of the session, it'll be the latest recorded 9-darter on a stream at time
100.
of the day.
Or the earliest. Actually, I think
100.
I think that fun fact's incorrect because I've seen someone hit one at 7 p.m. in the evening, so that would be later than 2 o'clock in the morning.
60.
Well, folks, I've been Henry Deacon. I'm going to leave.
$140.
We do see players in that situation start
45.
down on the 19s on occasion, try to lead the 170 with just the 1 treble.
Getting shot on the
But
first
that is a
leg,
good leg of
Timothy
darts,
Verbrew.
that from Timothy Verbrew. Just 13
Second leg,
darts
John through first.
to
Game
take
on.
the opening leg. This is the last time we'll see both these players this evening. They will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
$137. $60. $100.
One thing I would like to say is the way that the players have dealt with this evening.
100.
Not one player has complained, and I think full credit should go to them for that. Situations outside of everybody's control, but they've just got up and got on with the task. And I think
60.
at this point, at this juncture, I think it's only fair to give them all their credit, and actually all of our thanks as well, to getting on with the job and not quibbling or moaning about anything.
135. $92.
Worsley is on the cusp of leveling this up at 1 apiece, but he may have to take the 112 out
John Carr,
because
112.
Timothy's found a 2 treble turn here. 92 left. Looked to find a way above. Was unable to do so. And so Verbrew back for 66 for a 2-zip lead.
76. Timothy Carr, 66.
His tops.
46.
It's not
John
in,
Carr,
and so
36.
Worsley back for 2-0 if he can find double 18. Or as they say in Holland, double 18. Yeah? No.
No score. Timothy Carr, 20. Game shot on the second leg.
2 10s.
Timothy Verbrew. Third leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on.
Two 0 Timothy.
135.
135 to kickstart the leg. Where's he been in the leg on 19s? Your thoughts, Matt?
I think he's just tired. I think it's just fatigue. Probably feels like he can't quite reach up to the treble at the moment. It's been a long evening for the players. Mosley will be one of the beneficiaries, though, due to his recent health kick. Probably something that really struggled with a good couple of months ago.
$45.
Timothy here is averaging way in excess of a ton. He's on for an 11. Well,
46.
look at his setup here for a 3-0 lead.
97.
He wants 84 to do just that.
$137. Timothy car 84.
84. Doesn't go, and Worsley's back for 52.
Getting shot on the
Great
third
find,
leg.
last
Timothy
start,
Viru.
double 11. 3-0 Timothy.
Fourth leg, John to throw first. Game on. $121.
Suggests that that was good Dutch there from Henry, and there's a lot of people wondering how you've got all this knowledge. Henry, do you want to
85.
do some more of this leg in Dutch?
Nope. But I can confirm that. Can you actually? No, I'll get you to confirm that. How did I find out my fun facts? Because some people think I've got it on a piece of paper.
No, you just know all this stuff.
I'll tell you what. I used to go on holiday to Gibraltar a lot when I was a child, so I know a lot about the territory.
100.
The other stuff is just weird.
Oh yeah, because the stuff you've been saying is perfectly normal to know, isn't it?
Such as Neil Warnock was the
100.
first ever manager to win automatic promotion to the Football League in 1987. Anyway. Worsley, 143 to get a leg on the board.
143.
Triple 18. Not going to go. He has got tied to get a leg on the board. I suppose the only thing we haven't seen tonight
95.
is a player come back from 3-0 down.
$140. John O'Carr,
For this
48.
to bring it back to 3-1. 8 for tops. Tops. Double 10.
Getting shot
Back
on the
to
fourth leg,
3-1.
John Worsley. Fifth leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on. $140. $81. $60.
Well, he suddenly found a range and a radar
171.
on the 19s now, hasn't he, Worsley?
$85.
And suddenly the game is skewed in one direction, and that direction is John Worsley.
He's getting himself back into the equation, isn't he? He's finding some big darts at the right moments,
57.
but doesn't leave a finish.
$100.
Verbrew first to a finish. He only needs one treble.
$140 to
Worsley down to a
116.
better one, but this a match opportunity for Verbrew. And it's on.
Tops of the match, tops of the win, and to do it in some style.
96.
Just below.
John Carr 52.
Worsley. 52 for the break, and from 3-0 down to bring it back to 3-2. Tops is what he wants. Can he find last dart in hand? No.
32. Timothy Carr 20.
And so this time, Timothy has 3 in his hand to win it. Can he fire home the double 10? Yes, is the answer.
showing the match.
And for
Timothy
Timothy Verbrew, he is 1, 3 from 4. A good night's work. A good average. A good match. Our last match, Nolan van Leuven, Scott Taylor. Next.
First.
Welcome back.
Game on.
And we are straight into the action. Our last game. Noah Lynn v Scott Taylor.
58.
Well, for Noah Lynn, if she wins this game on her debut day, she will complete the card.
100.
Some achievement, particularly when you put every single factor into consideration.
81.
It's been an unusual night. It's been an
93.
unexpected night. But for Noah, regardless of what happens here in this game with Scott Taylor, will be able to leave here head held high, 6
135.
points on the board guaranteed, and well and truly in contention for Saturday, which would be a big achievement and another step
84.
forward in the career of Noah Lynn van Leuven, who picked up a Challenge Tour title earlier on this year.
100.
Well, Noah Lynn is on the hinks, and I think this would be the latest in the night that's ever been taken
100.
out.
Nolan Ricard's 127.
And he's still smiling. In matter of fact, we had a 1-2-4 in game back in
79.
Southampton.
Scott Ricard 124.
Triple 18. We'll have the bullseye. And so Noah Lynn back for 48 to
42.
take out this first leg.
Rolling car 48.
It's tops. Double 10.
28.
It doesn't go.
Scott your car
And Scott
82.
Taylor is back for 82 to take out this first leg against Fro. Bull.
57.
Grazes the
Nolan, your
25
car
wire.
20.
And so for Nolan Van Leuven, double 10 will give her a 1-0 lead.
Getting shot
And
on
that's
the
exactly
first
what
leg,
she
Nolan
gets.
Van Leuven.
1-0 to Noah Lynn.
Second leg Scott to throw first. Game on.
You can just see in the eyes,
85.
can't you, and the body language, their demeanour. Scott Taylor is ready for bed.
So what you're saying is Scott Taylor's ready
43.
to slip into his Spider-Man pyjamas and Fortnite slippers.
To be honest, I don't think he's probably going to get changed tonight. I think he's just going to
140.
get back, kick the shoes off and jump in. You can see the bags under the eyes. You can see the shoulders starting to droop. There's not a lot left
96.
in there. This is all grit and determination now.
In fairness to you, you put in quite the shift today.
140.
Yep. All 15 hours of it.
60. Scott your car 136.
136 for Scott. He's got 6 from here.
42.
Put it this way, Matt, I feel sorry for any person who has to spend more time sat next to me than they have to.
56. Scott your car 94.
94. Double 19 now. For double 18 to recover.
58.
But there is time on his side. Substantial time on his side.
41. Scott your car 36. Getting shot
Well,
on
you
the
got to
second
hold
leg,
and
Scott
give,
Taylor.
but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but Scott Taylor
Third leg,
gets to the
Nolan
line.
throw first. Game on.
Maxi.
180. $140.
Noah Lynn, a third of the way towards perfection, but Dart 4 goes a begging.
135. $60. $98. $96. Nolan
Noah
your
Lynn
car
leading a
88.
2-darter after 9, 88 for a 2-1 lead. Has got time. But double 12 to get it done in
64.
12. Doesn't go. Thinks about his options, but
100.
decides
Nolan
to
your
stay
car
upstairs.
24.
It was
Getting
irrelevant
shot on the
anyway.
third
Noah
leg,
Lynn opens
Nolan
up a
Van
2-1
Leuven.
lead. 13 darter.
Fourth leg Scott to throw first. Game on.
The double 12, Matt.
98.
Fun fact. Gary Anderson won both his world championships on that.
And you know, I'm going to join in with the fun facts. That's the first fun
96.
fact that you've done tonight that actually resembles darts.
140.
Come on then, Mr. Prime Time. What's your most fun fact?
I once beat Gary Anderson with a 170 finish.
28.
Ah. Darius next round?
Yeah, no need for that, was there?
57.
I'm sorry. I apologise. However, Scott Taylor here is on the cusp of levelling this game up at 2-2.
140.
6 darts on 206 to do exactly that.
170.
Well, we've had a 170 from Brian McMahon. We now get a 170 there to leave double 18 after 12.
92. Scott the car 36. Getting shot on the fourth leg.
13 darter back. 13 followed by 13 and 2-2 we are in our final tungsten tussle on this Thursday night / Friday morning.
$100. 81. 100. 99.
Noah Lynn seeking perfection this evening. 3 from 3, all in the wins
57.
column. Scott Taylor really needs the points. Only picking up the victory against Craig Galliano tonight.
140.
It's been a continuation of disappointment this week for Scott Taylor. But the only thing that matters is getting through the Saturday gate right
94.
for one day. If he can be the real Scott Taylor for just Saturday night.
Well, we've seen it from the likes of Jimmy Van Schie in the
60.
past.
Nolan, your car 150.
Sometimes you just have to turn it on for the one night. 150 is going to go for Noah Lynn, and so Taylor looking to break with the 1-2-1.
42. Scott the car 121.
Well, this could be a seismic moment in this contest. 17. Bullseye. Bang
Getting
on
shot the
cue.
fifth leg. Scott Taylor.
Bang in the middle. And Taylor gets the break to leave 3-2.
6 legs Scott to throw first. Game on.
Noah Lynn now in trouble to potentially face the first defeat of the night. Scott Taylor is finding form with one last push, one last surge.
140.
He has the darts here to see this game through.
100.
A maximum now of 2 more legs that can be played
99.
for the remainder of this evening's session.
135.
We'll have to switch away here.
130.
Switches to the ball with good success.
Scott Taylor looking as if he's packing up now in this game.
58.
This
Scott the car 132.
for a final couple of leg spree. Could get it done in 3. But he is going to set
92.
up upon his return. Tops after 12 to seal a 4-2 win. And to end his night with
100.
a win. It's been a
Got a car
blockbuster
40.
session. It ends
Getting
with a
shot on the
Scott
mark, Scott
Taylor
Taylor.
win. It ends with Scott Taylor winning by 4 legs to 2. For Noah Lynn van Lumen, it was a great first night for herself here at the Super Series, but it's going to end in defeat. Scott Taylor with a hot skip and jump off the stage. And that's why 99 average in the final game of the night. That's how the table looks. So Timothy Verbrew leads from Noah Lynn van Luven. Both of them on 6. John Worsley, Scott Taylor, 2 wins apiece on the opening night. Craig Galliano looking to get his first win on the board tomorrow evening. Well, it's been a cracking night of arrows. Myself and Matthew Edgar have enjoyed bringing it to you. Thank you for your company. We're back from 1 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye for now.